It's morphin time! Dino Fury key! Activate! Link to morphin grid! What up, guys? Welcome to another review / episode recap with SuperUnknownPerson and Rooty the cat. Because you guys are so positive on the last review, I decided to do another one. This time, me reviewing episodes 4 through 7. And I apologize for lack of uploads weekly, guys. I've been hard at work, as you can see. My 2 big videos coming up. I just need a little bit more time on the Blaze and Roxy video, so stay tuned for that. And also, the ultimate Power Ranger short film with a returning SuperUnknownPerson villain. Alright, let's get into the recap of episodes. Alright, so as I said before last review, when the first 3 episodes aired, and me and Nick talked about, the toy and the episodes, we overall thought it was really enjoyable. In my opinion, it was the first time in a while we've had such a consistent amount of good episodes in a row. Great characters, great storytelling, lore, connection to other seasons with involvement with the Morphin Masters and the Morphin Grid. All really solid stuff. And that leads us to episode 4, New Recruits. So this episode mainly involves a Green Ranger in terms of character building, and also features Black Ranger, but we don't really get to his character and his shtick with conflict in episodes until episode 7. So New Recruits features the first ever American Green female Ranger. We've had a couple in Japan before, but this is the first time they've ever had a female Green here in America, and gender bended from the sentai. After the terrible infamous debate on YouTube and Twitter about whether the Green should have a skirt or not, the Green Ranger does something fantastic and says F you to all the misogynistic and sexist, stupid, toxic fans, rips that green skirt right off just when you think it can't get any better. When she goes to fight Henchman and Boom Tower, it does a slow-mo shot of the skirt blowing in the wind, and it's my all-time favorite shit of all time. So yeah, very fantastic episode. It features Izzy as kind of like the one-liner, teen of the 20th century, so she throws some lines like, "You and I, we're just vibing. Okay, boomer. Cringe." And stuff like that. And just on the real, I realize I'm more comfortable when I have a co-host. Soon I'm filming my new series that involves Dino Fury, but with a special twist. So I've been teasing it for a while, but I'm still gonna have you guys wait a little bit longer for the official reveal of said show. Fantastic episode, and also they apparently got a choreographer, a fight scene choreographer from the Disney seasons. And you can obviously tell because Izzy's doing all these fancy tricks with a saber and a javelin from her athletic team, spinning the saber around, throwing it up, hitting a tree, coming right back down, and just vibing. Winning attitude. And this episode features the first ever mention in, I think, a Power Ranger season, the Special Olympics. Has, leans more to, the moral lesson of the day that Power Rangers loves to lean on, and so usually they're hit or miss on how they execute it, but this one was a little bit better because it leaned on that, it's not always about winning in your passion if you morally aren't nicer to your colleagues or your friends. It basically just was trying to teach that, your heart has to be in the right place. Anyone can win gold, platinum, anything, anywhere. They could succeed anywhere, but it's how you do it is what really matters. So yeah, it wasn't the worst moral lesson I've seen. I've seen way worse in like the Neo Saban era and sometimes in Beast Morphers, but this one wasn't that bad. This episode was probably a little bit weaker than the others just because it was still kind of ridiculous that like Izzy's dad was so okay with her finishing last just because he was helping the competition. This rival girl who we'd never met just is a straight up bitch to Izzy, so it's pretty hilarious. So I would say it's about okay, but we got at least the debut of the Tiger Claw Zord, but still no sign of the Stego Zord. Right, for that we go to episode 6, involving said Pink Ranger Amelia. Oh, and then here's a little side comparison to the wonderful Ryusoken Memorial Edition versus the regular version. It's a Zenkaiger reference. Alright, so this episode involves around bad luck with Amelia, and a lot of people have been talking, I've been talking a lot to some Toku friends on Twitter, and everyone can agree that this episode probably was written based on the random shot at the end of this Resoldier episode, where the Megazord just accidentally knocks over all this stuff and buildings, and then it knocked over this dump truck, and it caused this volcano monster to just get clogged up and stuff. So I think they wrote it all around that random part, which is really clever, you know, really taking the really weird shit from Ryusoldier into Sentai and turning it into something much bigger, instead of just it coming out of nowhere like what they did in Super Mega Force, where they just dub over Sentai footage. Even the people that are speaking Japanese, they make them speak English, and they just do jump cuts. It's really, really weird. And overall, I'd say it was a pretty good episode. It seemed like, you know, like the bad luck kind of got to Amelia's head a little too much, but I mean, she was pretty bummed out that, you know, her morpher was damaged from the monster. And, you know, the bad luck thing, you know, it's been done to death in many shows, so it's a little bit cliche. But I thought it was a pretty good episode for her. And I did notice that they only had one circuit board left for a new morpher, so I wonder if that will come into play, since we still haven't figured out what's going to happen with the Gold Ranger. It may happen in episode 8, may not. I did see that preview clip with Mechanic, so we'll see if he shows up or we wait until the hiatus. He probably will show up in episode 8, knowing, you know, the past seasons we rush already to the 6th Ranger right before the hiatus, so guess we'll have to find out. And lastly, we have today's episode I just watched, which is Stego's Search. And yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was it's revealed that Javi is a musician. You know, he's not just the same pretty boy looking Chase like from Dino Charge. He actually has a difference in his personality, and he struggles with his dad, you know, not supporting the fact that he spends like over $900 on music. My roommate can relate on the music part. And I also noticed like my overacting, you know, it varies depending on who I'm with, but I think I'm like acting weird in this video because I've been watching a lot of Big Time Rush on Netflix. Not an ad. Just got the sound effect stuck in my head. What's interesting, I've had some people like complain about this episode that the only way to awaken his Zord is to play music, and that's what activated it. But I thought they kind of were like self-aware with that, because even Zolan said a really funny line when they said, you know, isn't that kind of convenient that the Zord's being activated by music, or like how is that possible? And Zolan just said, don't question it, just play, you know. So I thought they were, you know, they probably could have done a little bit better to be self-aware about it, but the fact that they threw that line at all makes it a little less like cheesy, I would say. So overall, I would give it a, you know, give the episode a good 10 spikes out of 10. Sudden interruption. I almost forgot to mention, I'm recording this like a week later. I needed to mention the awesome unmorph fights in episode 7. You know, we've really been itching for an unmorph fight for a long time. We haven't had one since like, I don't know, maybe 3 episodes of Beast Morphers. Wasn't a whole lot, so I'm really happy that Dino Fury finally got their slice of unmorph fights sequences. I guess I just forgot to mention it in my review because I spend most of my videos unmorphed. For now. Alright, back to the past. Alright, so that only leaves one more episode before the hiatus, because that's tradition, is not changing anytime soon, I guess. It's something to do with Nickelodeon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap / review thing. And if you guys had any thoughts on the episodes, drop them in the comments below. And let me know what you guys think of the cool Resoldier gear that I got. You know, I got a new Resol, and it is called the Amber form. In Resoldier, it turns into the red one, but I don't know if this will be used in Dino Fury, so maybe I can come up with, like, you know, some cool original idea for the original power. Now, if only we could have gotten an Orange Ranger in this series. Almost could have happened. This is really hard to do. I don't know how maybe the props are a lot easier to use, but let's see. I'm struggling, wait. There we go. Still need more time on my big video plans. Blaze vs. Roxy and the Untitled short film that's coming very soon. I really, guys, appreciate your guys' patience. I want to make sure it's really good. This is probably the biggest choreographed fight scene, visual effects, music, acting, writing palooza I've ever done. You know, I really want to, like, kick things up a notch with the channel and even go in a different direction than I normally have. So I want to at least knock it out of the park with these last 2 big videos before I go all out for the rest of the year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if we go to the end screen here, you can check out 2 videos right here. You can check my old review of the first 3 episodes and a review of the Dino Fury Morpher, or you can check here to look at my old Energem review, and then you can click here or here to subscribe. And also, guys, check out my gaming channel, Passive Aggressive Gaming Brothers. Me, Nick, and Victor make videos, gaming videos, and Let's Plays every week. Right now we're playing Spyro Reignited Trilogy. We're already on Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, and we're finishing up Ape Escape 3 with Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Misadventures video game, and Celeste and Avatar Last Airbender coming up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.